What's up everyone, this is FP Sticks bringing you some more Go Battle League battles here in the Master Premier Cup. Are you sick and tired of feeling like Master Premier is just one big game of rock, paper, scissors and you keep getting hard countered? This kind of seems like a sales pitch, doesn't it? But this team of Machamp, Snorlax, and Metagross, also I aired out of that first match, that's kind of funny, but this team of Machamp, Snorlax, and Metagross is in my opinion the most flexible team that there is in Master Premier. And the reason being is that all three of these Pokemon have a lot of neutral matchups and don't get too hard countered. I think out of all three of these, Machamp obviously gets hard countered the most against like Togekiss, and this team in general would struggle against like a Waterfall Gyarados especially. But this team, I did not come up with it. I first saw this team being used by two different content creators, one of them being Wholesome, who's a Twitch streamer. I'm not sure if he does YouTube content, and then the other content creator being Toshi, also a streamer and has some YouTube videos out as well. So check those guys out, really top battlers. In these first two sets, my Machamp was running close combat, which I do not recommend. I do not recommend close combat, at least on a Machamp in the lead. It's just too much energy, and when you're on even energy with your opponent's Pokemon, it does not perform as well as you would hope. If you want to try to use Machamp as a safe swap, I actually think close combat and Rock Slide is the way to go, because it can really catch your opponents off guard. But in the lead, it just really did not perform that well. So in the final set, you'll see I actually switched over to Cross Chop, thank goodness, because close combat was not cutting it. But I really like this team a lot. It offers a lot of flexibility. Snorlax is obviously the safe swap here and can flip a lot of matchups if you're able to kind of smartly play out that mirror match. And most of the time, people don't have a hard counter to Snorlax unless they're running a fighter in the back, which honestly in this current meta, also look at that sack swap. That was beautiful. That play actually won me the game here. But Snorlax, not a lot of people run fighters in the back in this current meta from what I've seen. Most of the time they're in the lead, like in this team right here. And then Metagross in the back is essentially kind of your fail-safe. If everything is going wrong, you get hard countered in the lead, your secondary matchup sucks, you can just try saving 2 shields for Metagross and see what happens. So that's kind of like the backup plan with this team. It's very similar to a Master League team that I played where the failsafe was a double shielded Togekiss in the back. Well, Metagross, as we know in Master Premier, is one of the strongest Pokemon. So if everything's just going downhill fast, save 2 shields for Metagross and see what happens. So I really like this team. I think we have a longer video today, so I'm just going to commentate over these battles. I'm currently sitting in the 2800s now after using this team for about 2 to 3 days now, so feeling more comfortable with it. And I have learned a lot more about some of the intricacies on some of these matchups. So what I really like is that at no point in time do I ever feel like I'm hard countered. I may be countered, but I never feel like I'm hard countered. I always feel like I'm able to hit back with some neutral damage and potentially swing the match in my favor. Out comes Togekiss. I was not anticipating Togekiss coming out, so oh man. And that's actually the mistake that lost the game, unfortunately, because if I had clicked Rock Slide there, it would have registered, and as you will see at the end of this match, the Togekiss is, if I would have landed a Rock Slide, it would have been right in like body slam range. Oh man. So that's just a lesson learned there. Try to keep your composure. Don't panic click. I knew that my Machamp was low, and I anticipated that their own Machamp was coming out, and so that's why I spammed the close combat. But that was just a terrible play, and it's really what lost me the game. Yeah, because if I would have landed that Rock Slide and then the body slam damage, would have been a different game. But good game there. Bad play on my part. Machamp into Magnuson. Okay, this is obviously a favorable lead. Now, people either use Metagross as a safe swap there, and if you're running Cross Chop, the way that I've started to think about playing that is throw a Cross Chop before switching into Snorlax. Also, this opponent Earthquakes me, so I'm wondering if they don't have Meteor Mash. Maybe it's single moved and only has Earthquake. But Magnezone is a favorable lead. Typically, your opponent is either going to completely sack the Magnezone, and you'll have to commit a shield because you'll get hit by a wild charge. Technically, this is pretty nuts, but if they shield your cross chop and they bait you, they can actually get to 2 moves. They can get to a mirror shot and a wild charge. It's happened to me multiple times. So if they commit no shields, you're still going to have to shield once as the Machamp, but you're essentially going to have a full health Machamp that also has some stored energy. And then whatever they bring in, just use Snorlax as the safe swap there, and you're in a very good position. But I've also been seeing a team comp of Magnezone lead, and then, or either Magnezone or like Swampert lead, and then people are using Dragonite as the safe swap. It is so annoying to play out, and I'm still trying to discover the best way to handle that technique with this team, because then they always have a Togekiss in the back, and their whole point is to try to bait out your Metagross with the Dragonite, and then the Togekiss sweeps in the back. But I wonder if I run into any of those teams in these matches here. I did today. I literally ran into 4 back to back to back to back. So I'm going to throw this Meteor Mash. It's just enough to take out the Magnezone, and we're able to win that game there. Good game. Machamp into Magnezone yet again. I'm still running close combat, so this actually isn't a super comfortable matchup. And there is the Waterfall Gyarados. This team does not have a response to Waterfall Gyarados. So what I like to do is throw a Rock Slide and then switch into Snorlax. This just guarantees that my Snorlax is going to be able to take this thing out, and I'm going to be able to maintain switch because I do want my Machamp on the Magnezone, obviously. I am scared of a possible Hydro Pump, so I shield that up, but my opponent did a really good job of baiting me there. They built a back-to-back Aqua Tails, which is 70 energy, so heads up play on their part. Going to throw this Body Slam here, and it takes out the Gyarados. Now, Magnezone can't farm me down, but what they're most likely going to do is build up to back-to-back wild charges. I'm going to be able to get to a superpower, though, which is going to do so much damage. And even though I drop my defense, they still can't farm me down. So they do shield there. They have back-to-back wild charges, and I know that. They throw the Mirror Shot there. They for sure have a wild charge stored. I have to shield up whatever this is. They still have a lot of residual energy, though. They bait me again. Oh my gosh, it's a Togekiss in the back. Oh, so as you will notice, I did not store a close combat. And that's actually going to totally bite me in the butt here. Right there, I should have went for Meteor Mash, even though it wouldn't have been enough to KO. Wild Charge barely doesn't take me out. Okay, I go for Meteor Mash now. Wait, no, I still win this game. I think in one of the following matches, I don't store a close combat and it bites me in the butt. This battle's against Chan Nguyen, very talented battler, always high up on the leaderboards. So this is where having close combat is a nice surprise. You get to close combat right before Metagross gets to the first move. So I land the close combat. How cool was that? Not really that cool. I could have stayed in the lead and committed a shield and farmed it down. But yeah, I don't know. You drop your defense in that lead scenario. So it never feels good. But I throw a superpower right away there. Possibly a mistake, but I really just want to chip this thing down as much as possible. I'm already up in shields, so I'm feeling pretty comfortable. But their Metagross does have loaded energy still. I really wanted to get to that superpower, but I'm going to let it go. I could come in here with Metagross and start farming, but I'm going to do the Machamp. If I remember correctly, yeah, so there's a Gyarados in the back, and as per usual, there's no response to a Gyarados with this team. It's a team effort to take it down, and when Snorlax is out of the picture, it's really hard to handle Gyarados. Snorlax essentially is like the best Gyarados counter here. Ooh, this is so bad. Yeah, this is really tough. I get hit by the crunch there. I really should have shielded that. But I didn't want to have to commit my last shield. And I know that his Metagross still has stored energy. So I have to like be overcharged on energy before it comes back in. This Meteor Mash is barely not going to be enough to KO. Yeah, really not good here. I could shield this, and I do. I should swap right there, and I do, which is nice. But I'm able to counter down the Snorlax, and then Metagross comes out, farms me down, and I'm going to get hit with... Oh, I'm barely able to farm them down. So close. What a close game. Oh my gosh. Good game, Chan. That match was all over the place. Cavalier in Master Premier. This thing came out and I was like, wait, what the heck? Is this Ultra League? Nope. I'm just going to go right for the Rock Slide. I don't want to drop my defense here. And it lands. I will shield once and counter down just to ensure that I win the lead. And then most likely, because they're sacking this Cavalier, they're going to come out with a hard punish to Machamp. So I'm probably going to switch into Snorlax to preserve... Yeah, there's the Togekiss. There's no point in staying in there. And at this point, the game is already over. Because they put their Togekiss in the back, I have Metagross in the back, and I still have a healthy Machamp, which is going to be able to do damage to this Milotic, and they shielded a Body Slam, so things are looking very good. So as you can see, sometimes you have to commit one shield on the opening matchup with Machamp, but preserving all of the health is really crucial, and winning switch advantage is super nice. Because they were forced to essentially put their Togekiss in the back, and now my Metagross is going to be able to align with this. If they would have stayed in with Togekiss, that actually would have been their best play, and even then it still would have been difficult for them to come back. Then they switch locked their Togekiss, so I'm able to punish this pretty well. Good game there. Oh man, this is freaking Gyarados. If it's Dragon Breath, okay, it's Waterfall. So this is terrible. This is like really bad. I'm probably going to throw Rock Slide and then save swap Snorlax. Alright. Getting some frame rate drop on these battles here. Apologize for that. This second set, I think the internet totally dropped out in the middle of the live stream. Gonna throw Superpower here. They commit both shields, which is pretty wild. And I'm very concerned now because they still have that Gyarados, and now they have a Metagross with loaded energy. I could bring my own Metagross out and farm this, but I choose Machamp. I don't know about that. I think if I would have brought my own Metagross out, I would only have to commit one shield. Man, this Gyarados is a huge problem. I let the Aqua Tail go through. It wasn't a crunch, so that's good. But if there's a flyer in the back, I'm just totally screwed. I should have stayed in with Machamp against Gyarados. That was a pretty bad mistake there. Because I'm anticipating that there's a flyer in the back. Oh man, that was some nasty frame rate drop right there. Apologize for that, folks, but you should still be able to see what's going on. I can see it in the comment section now. Oh my gosh, video quality is terrible. Yeah, it's not the best right here, but don't worry. The final set is pulled directly from screen recording on my phone. So, okay, so this is like the second or third time that I've led into a Magnezone and then they safe swap Metagross. Because my Machamp was still running close combat here, it's not a favorable matchup for Machamp because the Meteor Mash just hits for too much damage. If I was running Cross Chop, it's favorable for Machamp in the 2 shield. So that's why I just keep immediately swapping my Snorlax, but I don't like this play as much anymore. I have to go down in shields. I'm going to get farmed by the Magnezone. I don't like that. But I'm able to get to this Superpower, which is pretty clutch. I could have possibly stayed in with Machamp and threw energy on the Metagross first. It's a possible play. This is where having Cross Chop would be really nice because you outpace the Magnezone to the Wild Charges. And there is a Dragonite in the back. Okay, I think this is the match where... Yeah, this is the match. I really needed to store energy on my Machamp. At this point in time, for some reason I had it in my head that Machamp wins CMP against Magnezone, and I'm wrong. It's very close, but Magnezone wins CMP. So I'm able to get to this Earthquake. That's really nice, but I'm going to get farmed down, unfortunately. and I don't have a move stored. Yes, I can survive one wild charge, but I'm not at the close combat. And as you can see, I'm getting the energy for close combat right now. Wild charge comes through and I lose CMP. All I had to do was one counter on the Dragonite before leaving and I would have been able to win this game. But very good game there. Really rough. Machamp into Mamoswine. These dang Gyarados, I don't have a response to these Gyarados. So this is an Aqua Tail. I can't shield this up. I really don't want this Gyarados to shield. Like, please don't shield. Please don't shield this. I need to get rid of you. Of course you shield. Well, I'm going to switch into Snorlax anyways. Now, the nice thing is that Snorlax gets to Body Slam at pretty much the same time that Gyarados gets to Aqua Tail. So you can really gauge your opponent's energy generation that way. I really like that. One thing I should have mentioned in the beginning of this video, this team would perform so much better if you have a best buddy boosted Snorlax, and it's for this matchup right here. With the best buddy boost, you hit an attack breakpoint against Gyarados, and so your licks are going to be doing 1 more damage per lick. And since lick is a 1-turn move, it just absolutely demolishes Gyarados. So I really should start working on best buddy Snorlax. I will have that for next season for sure, because this is my favorite Master Premier team. And I superpower the Mamoswine. I'm getting some really nice damage. The reason I aggressively switch out right there is because both Machamp and Metagross handle Mamoswine. So there's no reason for me to stay in there to get farmed down. And in the back is their own Metagross. I have an energy advantage. I have a shield advantage. This game is over. Mamoswine leads are beautiful for this team because essentially my entire team handles it just fine. So we're able to take that win there. Good game. I love to see it. Bring on the Mamoswines, even the shiny ones. That's all right. I really wish I had Cross Chop here. So they're staying in, and I'm anticipating that they're just sacking the Mamoswine. So I'm going to stay in as well and counter down. I was worried that they were going to get to another move. So I threw here. And it's a huge waste of energy because it wasn't a cross chop. Out comes Metagross. I'm going to throw a close combat and then probably swap so I don't get farmed. Yep. Oh, this is bad. They had a hard punish to a Snorlax safe swap. This is actually really, really bad. Conkeldurr Conkeldurr's a beast. If this was a Machamp, I'd feel a little bit more comfortable with this, but the Dynamic Punch does so much. I get countered down. I wish I had Cross Chop. I have to bring out Machamp and sack it because I'm not going to get to a move. If only I had Cross Chop. Oh man, please don't run close combat on your Machamp in the lead, folks, unless it works out for you. But there's so many games here where I'm like, I just lose because I'm not able to get to that move. Oh man. Yeah, and then I knew that they were already ahead on energy, but look at this. They call my bait, too. Oh, no, actually, I do get the bait. Must have been thinking about a different match, but they were so far ahead on energy. I had to call their bait as my win condition there, but good game. Okay, these battles should be much crisper and cleaner. Terrible lead, and I'm finally running Cross Chop on my Machamp. Thank goodness. Here's the Snorlax safe swap. They never have a punish for a Snorlax safe swap with a Togekiss lead. Here's a mistake. Throwing energy on this Togekiss. I should just keep farming. The reason I should keep farming is because it just keeps extending the duration of how out of sync our switch clocks are. Granted, because I landed the Body Slam on the Togekiss, it does kind of put it in Rock Slide range, but I bait out a Garchomp, which is nice. I'm really hoping that there's not another ground type in the back. Even if this is... Oh, okay, I think at this point, I'm like, okay, maybe I'll double shield and farm this down. That's my play. Because then I'll have 2 Rock Slides to threaten the Togekiss. Thank goodness my opponent does not Sand Tomb bait me. They just go straight for Outrage. Here's the first Rock Slide. And then I'll throw the second one. Want to get both shields. A Charm registered, which is not great. Then I'm going to swap. Whatever's in the back, my Metagross is going to have an energy advantage. And what is it? I don't know. They're throwing a Flamethrower here, which is not good. Is it their own Metagross? Oh, it's a freaking Gyarados again. Yeah, this is super rough. Gyarados is the best response to this team by far. So I leave the match there. They had me dead to rights. Good game. Machamp and a Magnezone. Okay, favorable, but sketchy. Look at this. Okay. This team comp destroys me. I don't know if I win this. Let's see, because I'm playing this a different way currently than I was when I recorded this. So Dragonite comes out. The logical conclusion is, oh my gosh, get my Metagross on it, right? Shield up the Dragon Claw. That sucks. Gonna throw this. And then I have to commit Bull Shields here. And it's gonna be very... Oh, thank goodness that was the Outrage. Pretty sure if they would have just went straight Dragon Claw, they would have been able to take me out. And then I stupidly overfarm. Very stupidly overfarm. I'm still gonna be able to take out this Dragonite though. So I maintain Switch, but that's not that great, because I'm out of shields, and Machamp is definitely scared of a Wild Charge. Magnezone is going to come out and farm down, obviously. Yep, they have like 2 or 3 Sparks. I really need to get to this Cross Chop. I'm able to get to that before they throw Wild Charge, but this doesn't KO. They survive. I'm going to get Wild Charged. And there's a Togekiss in the back. I insta-swap. Oh, it took him out. It's a Togekiss in the back. They did a very good job of baiting out my Metagross, and now I'm in a terrible scenario. I am timing my throwing of these body slams to try to guarantee that Togekiss does not get a free charm through, because this makes this really bad for me. I think my opponent makes a huge mistake. They go for Ancient Power trying to get the boost. All they had to do was go for Flamethrower, and they win this in the Zero Shield. But because they went for Ancient Power, maybe it's single moved, I don't know, but because they went for Ancient Power, I'm actually able to win this game, which I should not have been able to win. But good game there. The Dragonite Safe Swap is another very challenging thing to handle. Okay, Swampert lead is also very sketchy. Machamp wins this in the 2 shield. I built up to 8 for some reason, because that's where Swampert gets to Earthquake. And then I switch into Snorlax right here. Questionable. That's met with a Magnezone. So in my head, I'm thinking, okay, I think this is Swampert Double Steal. Because they didn't bring like a Metagross out, obviously, because they don't want to put that against the Snorlax. Swampert Double Steal. Swampert threw some energy and is low health. So Machamp is really going to have to like carry this team. I should... man. Okay, I don't know about this play. Oh, whoa, I don't know about that play either. Hindsight's always 20/20. Yeah, it's obviously a Metagross in the back, dude. Oh, man. What was that play? I even read the team correctly. I should have brought in Metagross to just start farming down the Magnezone. Even if I get hit with a Wild Charge, it doesn't matter. Just double shield your Machamp and you win. Ah, that's bad. Let's see how this plays out. I doubt I win this. I'm in a terrible spot here. Have to shield, because for some reason I just thought it would be cool to eat a Wild Charge on Magnezone. I can't farm this down. I'm going to get hit by a Hydro. I have to sack swap, I think. And I do. That's nice. That's a sick play. I have to get to Earthquake. And I do. I win this game somehow because of that sack swap. But I played this out the complete wrong way. Machamp was obviously the win scenario. There's double steal in the back. Alright. So Garchomp gets to Outrage, takes 7 Mud Shots and then 6 Mud Shots. If I get baited here, it's so bad. And I get baited, so it's so bad. Obviously, Metagross needs to avoid this. I might double shield. I might double shield the Machamp. So I'm still very healthy. Yeah, I think double shield farm down here. I'm very healthy, and I'll just switch into Snorlax to clear this debuff. Unless there's a fighter in the back, and then I'm totally screwed, but they'd be very weak to Togekiss. There's a Togekiss. Hello, how's it going? And then they have Metagross in the back. This is not quite over, but it's... we have some play here. I'm down 2 shields. But this is going to ensure that I can get my own Metagross on their Togekiss. The reason I've waited so long to throw the superpower is because I don't want to drop my lick damage. Because the lick damage is really the thing that's adding up. So I'm going to throw this superpower as well. It connects. That's really great. I'm not out of the woods yet. I need to land a cross chop on this. And I need their... Okay. Oh, man. This is... It takes me out, but I think they're out of energy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is only Meteor Mash. And this is honestly the play that won me the game. The fact that they didn't recognize that they were going to be farmed and let me just get all that energy. Because now I have almost back-to-back Meteor Mashes. And the Togekiss can't do anything. And their Metagross is out of energy, so I'm going to be able to farm it down. Very nice. Very nice. Lose the shield advantage down by 2, but able to take it back. This is a favorable lead. Oh, man. Okay, the Dragonite safe swap. But they were slow this time. So I'm going to throw Rock Slide, and I get to avoid getting hit by Dragon Claw. Now I switch in Metagross here. Okay, this is another potential way to play this. They eat the Rock Slide, and then... oh, my gosh, Draco Meteor. That's terrible. And then Metagross gets the farm down. Okay, never mind. It's a Gyarados in the back. Sometimes this is complemented with Dragonite and Togekiss in the back. I've been running into that a lot. Freaking Waterfall Gyarados. This is very bad. I'm going to be able to get Snorlax on this at least. But then they aggressively bring in Mamoswine. Really nice play. I had to shield this up because Snorlax... I need health on Snorlax, and Avalanche is going to do the most damage. So I bring in Machamp. Gonna get a shield here. I could put... Oh, they let it go? That's actually a heads-up play, but now I just go straight cross-chop spam. I'm gonna get farmed down here. Doesn't matter. I essentially have a full health Snorlax with loaded energy. So this is pretty favorable. And they are in Body Slam plus a couple licks range. So I'm gonna be able to take this game. I'm worried about the Hydro Pump, sure. Commit a shield here, but I'm going to be able to take this. I am currently sitting kind of in the mid 2800s, so I have gained a lot of points since using this team. It's very flexible. There's a lot of nuance to it, but it's really fun to play, and I feel like it has a really high skill cap. You saw me come back from some tough leads there. So thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you appreciate this content. Let me know what teams have been working out for you all in Master Premier. I'll try to bring some Open Masters videos as well. But I will catch you all in the next video.